Good
morning,
NUIDS. I was gonna jinx you, but hey, this is a radio broadcast, and I don't want to do it alone. Anyway, I'm Ty from 1201, and I'm here in the studio with
Prim from 1101. Hey guys.
nice, both 01s, just a different grade.
Mm.
Anyway, of course, we're from the Broadcasting Club, and we're here every Wednesday from 7:45 to 8:15. So, tune in for your weekly content and entertainment.
And as a reminder that if any teachers are listening at this point, we know you are in a meeting right now. So feel free to switch off the PA systems in your room. You can do that using the near little volume knob right next to one of the doors.
Certainly. And, by the way, if anyone's interested in contacting us, we have an Instagram and we have Google Forms. So, look in the Homeroom Hub, look in the line group, or just go to @MUIDS Broadcast on Instagram. Anyway, moving on, let's get to our announcement for today. Firstly, let's start off with the fact that this is Prim's first time in the studio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's gonna be, adventurous to say the least from what I've seen so far. Anyway, wish her luck, and this is a live broadcast, so if anything happens, it happens. Good luck to you, Prim.
Thanks, Ty.
Anyway, in the script, the first thing we were meant to say was actually the quote of the week. This week's quote is, "The imperfect project you actually complete is worth more than the perfect project you never finish." And that quote is by James Clear. And I personally think Prim chose a nice quote here today because it's relevant to all of us, especially those of us who aren't particularly completionist, like the guys who aren't actually to complete literally every single thing under the sun, just the things that they find important. So, if you find anything important at all, you should probably complete it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, the next thing is that we sometimes doubt our worth, right? That's progress. No matter how small, it's still progress. And as a side note, and a bit of self-promotion, where was I? They're very interesting, and this Prim here is one of our newest club members, and she's quite hard at work. So if anyone's interested in trying all this out, feel free to contact one of us, and we'll set you up. Anyways, please remember that today is actually day E, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, day E, which I'm happy about because my schedule is nearly perfect on day E's.
Okay, I think that's quite enough of your special time. Let's move on to our next agenda instead. One that is prevalent for everyone else in this school, the general announcements. Oh, oopsies.
Yeah, you might want to put your mic a bit closer to your mouth. These are condensers.
Oh, thanks, Ty. To start off with, tomorrow is actually the 4th or Pi Day, so called because the third digits of pi are actually 3.14, which corresponds to the third month, known as March of every year. And on Vishakan Day, our school is also hosting a bunch of activities for you all to enjoy. So don't forget to wear your house color, have fun, and enjoy lunch lesson break from the typical school day. And of course, for further details, they're all available in Homeroom Hub, so feel free to check that out when you have time.
Certainly, I definitely have to do that because I haven't actually read up on Vishakan Day just yet. I've been quite busy with all my stuff.
I can tell.
Okay, how can you tell?
About how much you talk to me?
Fair enough. The answer is literally not at all. I'm sorry for that. Anyway, in addition to Vishakan Day, another important event is happening soon. The guys at MUIDS Press and Book Club are proud to announce the hosting of a short story competition on the topic of transformations. And there's a very substantial prize actually for winners. And so check that out, and don't forget to polish your English summative to perfection before submitting it. And yeah, possibly get one of the prizes if you're lucky, or if you're just insanely talented. Details are available on the Homeroom Hub via the various posters around school, and also from the club members if you want them. So sign up, have fun, and enjoy the rides. Other than that, well, we also have a university visit from Goucher College, which will be held at 2:01, and it's going to be on the 18th of March, which is not that far away, unfortunately, or fortunately for those who are looking forward to it. Anyway, if you're interested, join in and let's learn more about a college together. And last but definitely not least, Jitanakan Club wanted me to read out a brief announcement, so let's get to it. This is a direct quote from what they sent me. Okay. Good morning and welcome to everyone Jitanakan workshop this Friday. We are having painting, DIY bag, DIY bottle, and also DIY shirt. Everyone is welcome to join, and the shop is at the first floor beside the stairway. So see you guys this Thursday. Design your imagination. Yeah, it's gonna be on Thursday, Vishakan Day. So I think they're gonna have a booth, from what I'm understanding. Well, check them out and possibly have some fun painting, designing, all that fancy shenanigans, right? And I've said "and" so many times today. I'm so weird, right? Yeah, I'm weird. Thank you for telling me that.
I haven't said anything.
You're thinking about it. I can hear your thoughts. They're very loud.
Wow.
And that's another "and." Yay. For the first segment of today, drum roll please. Unfortunately we can't do that, but pretend drum roll please.
Da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum.
Precisely. Thank you, Prim. We're going to be talking about a vital question. What's going on in Thailand today?
Well. Let's start off with some positive news today. Well, it is indeed a Wednesday morning after all.
Yay! Halfway through the week. I'm sorry, Prim. Continue.
Alright. On March 9, sources from Bangkok Post stated that the Health Ministry is considering a proposal to enhance HIV patients' lives, submitted by non-governmental organizations. Dr. Shalanath Sigrao, Minister of the Public Health Ministry, said the ministry will aim to look into enhancing medical services for HIV patients. The discussion involved representatives from the Thai network of people with the virus, the AIDS Access, and other agencies.
Well, that sounds all well and good right now, but it's a bit abstract, isn't it? Just saying a bunch of words. So, well, to understand the significance of all this, all the proposals and their implications, perhaps even more, well, we can give a short insight into nature and treatment of the virus. To do so, let's start with what HIV is. HIV, or human immunodeficiency virus, is actually a virus which damages the human immune system by targeting white blood cells, specifically CD4 cells, and then it replicates itself. Well, unfortunately, this virus is actually incurable because it relies on a continuing medical treatment of antiretroviral medication. Because if you eat all the medication, the virus is still present in your bone marrow and all that stuff. So, yeah. My sympathy goes out to those who have to suffer with antiretrovirals every day. Which, if you guys have taken any, you know they're quite unpleasant, to say the least. Well, anyway, the availability of those medications sorry, are subsidized by the government, right? Well, sorry, I lost my place in the script. Yay. Anyway, it's those medications serve a purpose to allow the immune system to repair itself and to regrow. In one of the main proposals recently posed, the advocacy group demanded that ARTs, or the shortened slang for antiretroviral drugs, availability under three largest Thailand healthcare programs, also known as the Gold Card Scheme or Bat Thong, the Social Security Fund or Prakan Sangkom, and the other one is not on the script. Yay! Anyway, they provide an assurance to the coverage to the insured, and yeah, that covers most of the population. The other scheme I didn't mention yet was the government official scheme for retired and current civil servants who also get medical treatment from their occupation as well. And I would like to thank Thailand because antiretrovirals can cost up to $32 or the equivalent of 1,139 baht per month for each person if you're not careful. Well, if you live in a country which you have to buy the medication yourself at its full price. And seeing that I'm so confused and walking into walls today, let's head over to Prim.
Well, in other proposals, the civil sector has asked for an increase in accessibility in health service for HIV patients. The civil society organizations wanted to provide service for individuals who suffer from this disease, like offering self-testing kits with ministry full financial support. Lastly, the civil sector urged the ministry to address discrimination and stigmatizations against the patient. And after these discussions, the ministry has directed state agencies and the civil sector to collaborate on a plan to stop transmission of HIV through public relations campaigns. Dr. Shalanath also mentioned that their collaboration with civil groups, and he has expressed that, quote unquote, our goal is to end AIDS by 2030 by providing people with health services.
But that's not our only piece of news for today. We have another interesting piece as well on the recent anthrax outbreak that has been happening so far. According to Ms. Ganita Okjik, a deputy government spokeswoman, the Department of Livestock Development warned the public against consuming uncooked meat. The report, actually posted on Facebook for once, it's interesting, anyway, has 3 anthrax cases mentioned on March 4th in this Sukhoma district, the Lao province. Geographically, Thailand shares a border with the Lao and the Thai province Ratchathani in the east borders Lao province of Champasak.
Ms. Kanika says that anthrax is a disease caused by spore forming bacterium, also known as Bacillus anthracis.
Yeah, that's right actually. I've not really ever met anyone who can say the scientific name of many diseases well, so congratulations for that.
Thank you.
That's a wow for me.
I may continue.
Certainly, sorry.
It also naturally occurs in soil or grass, so that livestock animals or infected ones get contaminated by it. She said that humans can be infected with this disease after consuming uncooked meat from contaminated animals. Now, what's scary about this is that these symptoms or the symptom of diseases though may show within 2 months after infection. It may start off with small blisters, some flu-like symptoms like fever and headache, and you may also get diarrhea to shortness of breath, said Ms. Kanika. The infection can also lead to death if this was not diagnosed sooner.
And Ms. Ganika also said the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives has ordered the Department of Livestock Development to enhance surveillance to prevent the disease from crossing into Thailand, like implementing stricter animal quarantine and checking for smuggled livestock along the Thai-Lao border. And meanwhile, the department is also preparing vaccines to prevent a potential outbreak in Thailand. The department has also urged farmers to report sudden death of animals because that is one of the symptoms of anthrax.
Oh, that's good to know. And regardless of that, that concludes our news for today. So, Ty, let's move on to our main topic for today instead. What do you think it is?
I don't know. Does it have to do with the fact that recently there's been quite a controversy about dresses?
I guess that counts.
You know, I was close enough. It's trends, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, I finally got it right.
Congratulations.
Yeah, at least I know a bit about trends. Because by definition, they generally refer to the direction of change in the way of behaving, proceeding, and developing, often becoming more and more common after a period of time. From fidget spinners to fidget cubes, what else? The jellies, that one particular drink, was it? Well, I don't really follow trends for obvious reason. I still have a 4-year-old phone. Anyway, in the context of the media itself, and in the context of people, trends are universal. They usually take form in something that's popular or fashionable at a specific point in time. And I believe it's an aspect which we're all familiar with, right? Anyway, the dynamic features in how we act and what becomes popular is the quantification of those trends. And trends do serve as a significant signifier of change. Wow, what a word. Anyway, whether it's in the behavior or popularity and how things evolve over time. All of those interesting things.
Well, now considering the current trends that spread to our digital world and real life world, there is a rise of AI innovations, like famously ChatGPT. Have you ever used that, Ty?
Since there are teachers listening, I'm going to say no with absolute certainty. I don't know what it is. Definitely, I don't know. I've never used it before in my life.
Yeah, me neither. And there's also a rise of AI art and virtual reality. The landscape of work has also shifted by the outbreak of COVID-19 viruses. So remote work from home has made working conditions more adaptable. Last but not least, social media influence of trends extends to we now own social platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, which known as X now, and TikTok.
When did Twitter rebrand? I didn't know that it's called X. When did they do that?
I think it got rebranded when Elon Musk has taken over it not too long ago.
Hold on. Elon Musk took over Twitter? How is... What?
Things just happen. You wanted to invest in something private like Twitter.
Okay. I'm gonna stop being surprised and stop living under a rock, I guess. Anyway, you can continue. I'm sorry for the interruption.
Okay, where was I? Alright, the social platforms, which we all know has served as an active site from engaging topics of discussion and memes, dance challenges, and it also shaped on pop culture and fashion trends, just like Ty mentioned.
However, trends always change, and new information, or entertainment constantly comes and goes into our lives. It made us form a question. What are the factors that make trends actually trends? So, to explain, we'll be diving deep into a few psychological theories to learn the dissemination and adoption of trends. Let's get to it.
Alright, starting off with social proof theory. And What is that exactly?
Well, the social proof theory is a theory that's coined in 1984, like, the book, but actually 1984, the year, by Robert Cinadelli, an American psychologist. And social proof refers to a psychological and social phenomenon in which people are influenced in their decision making by others, compelling them to act within societal norms or expectation. Cinadelli writes, quote, "The greater number the people who find any idea correct, the more the idea will be correct." End of quote. This indicates we use the actions of others to decide on a proper behavior for ourselves. It's one of the reasons where we ask for second opinions, check comments, or read reviews when buying products. To illustrate, leaders or influencers in media, such as artists, celebrities, and other people who are on like Facebook, Twitter, all those stuff, right, are people who have reputation for various reasons. They could be because of their attractiveness, good background, charisma, talent, etc. You name it. There's always been stuff.
And when they participate in trends, their followers may do the same and can be influenced. And these influencers, of course, can influence the audience to make decisions for credibility and social acceptance. And also, in marketing, social proof has similar ideas. Like, for example, just like Ty mentioned again, you may look for reviews, recommendations, and seek for people's experience with a certain product.
Definitely. And as a side note, those of you who have learned or are learning marketing are going to have to hear about something. It's called word of mouth. And it's one of the best ways to market your product. Yay! Essentially, it's people recommend a product to you. And when people recommend that specific product, other people are more prone to buy it because they trust the person who's recommending it. It's an interesting phenomenon, and we should explore it in a later episode. But for now, let's just
Cover what we got.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be an economics professor soon, I guess. Speaking about everything. Okay, please take over. I don't want to go all that way.
Okay. Well, now you're hearing my voice. So next theory that I'll talk about is media agenda setting theory. This theory is introduced by Max McCombs and Donald Shaw, the two founding fathers of this observed research. They have confirmed the hypothesis that news media have huge influence on which issues the public considers important. To elaborate that, it is a communication theory of various issues. It is a communication theory that emphasizes the media's role in influencing public perception of various issues by highlighting certain topics. For instance, news organizations act as media gatekeepers, deciding which stories to cover and control how much information they want to perceive to the public. Agenda setting theory can also apply to both traditional and modern media, with digital and social media platforms amplifying its impact.
And another example is a controversial subject. To explain, since subjects of controversy may vary from political issues like climate change and social issues such as corruption, abortion, or etc., it leads to a lot of things. And
debatable topics that may people discuss more.
Definitely, although we're not going to do so on this broadcast for hopefully obvious reason.
Mm-hmm.
But what we are going to discuss is why trends come and go quickly. You want to take over?
You can take over.
Certainly. Fashion trends, makeup trends, media trends, they all come and go like breakneck speeds. You have, what was it? Oobleck, is it called? Or is it the squishy thingy? I know.
I'm not sure.
I don't follow trends either. Anyway, those trends barely last more than like a month or two. And that's because trends tend to be influenced by more varied and new things that popular media is doing. If, for example, Kylie Jenner, is she still popular?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kylie Jenner were to do a specific thing like use one brand of lipstick, then people would instantly get attracted to that brand of lipstick as a trend, of course. And most of these things, like using lipstick or just playing with a new toy, are actually often new and novel by their nature because celebrities want to be interesting. They want people to stay engaged to them because that's how they make money. After all, people are always looking for the next big thing. This means that the old often gets replaced with the new at a rapid rate. It's truly astonishing how fast these things go by. One day I was looking at fidget spinners, and now we're looking at what is it called? The thingy?
Squishies?
Yeah. I don't know. Again, I wish I followed more trends, but I've lived under a rock for the past 17 years, I guess. Well, back to the scripts. When new things come, they replace the old things, and this means that the trends that accompany them eventually fade away until it's awakened by the next generation, like 90s stuff, which is currently being very popular today. But trends don't always have a positive side. They sometimes can be negative as well. So, let's cover both of the sides.
Okay, sure. Well, why not talk about benefits of it first?
Go for it. Benefits.
Well, of course, by following trends, you stay up to date as always, which means that by remaining informed, like watching news or looking at Twitter posts, individuals are allowed to see new ideas and opportunities. It helps one stay ahead of the curve. It also enhances your awareness. And last but not least, it benefits the thought process that is needed for decision making.
Yeah, and other than that, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've said "and" like 27 times.
No worries.
Anyways, the next thing is connection with others. For example, like Instagram
Reels.
Reels? Oh, that's how you read it?
Yeah.
Like reels of film?
I guess.
Okay, I'm not gonna get distracted. Hashtags?
Hashtags. Okay, I think you haven't been in the internet for too long, but I'm sure you'll be fine.
Okay, I'll just read now. I'm not gonna question everything.
Sure.
Memes
Memes.
and comments that you or your friends share. By participating in discussions, it fosters a sense of community and friendship.
Yay!
According to a psychologist and research scientist named Dr. Emma Sevala, she writes that people who feel more connected to others have lower levels of anxiety and depression. In addition, trends also allow for the spread of information and knowledge on some world issues and events effectively. For example, if we had fire in Australia, actually we did, didn't we? It becomes a social media phenomenon. Everyone knows about it instead of just a select few who read newspapers or deliberately go through a news site.
Yes, indeed. But of course, trends do also have drawbacks, of course. Have you ever heard of misinformation?
Definitely, it's a big thing. Considering how fast information spreads in our modern world, it can lead to misunderstandings, false beliefs, and, just unreliable information as a whole. To combat this, there's many ways. One of the main ways is called Snopes, like fact-checking websites, essentially. Those are websites you can type stuff into, and they will tell you whether it's fake or it's true. Well, besides, this can also make misused trends to target or mock others. Well, people can do that because some people are very cruel. Well, to sum it up for today, you want to take over?
Well, of course. Based on what we've discussed, we have talked about what made trends trend using theories. We also talk about its benefits drawbacks, and why trends come and go. What now? It is time for you guys to have some thought and what do you think trends are and what are your opinions about it. In any case, we hope that again that these contents that we gave out will be useful to you, allowing you to keep up to date with this world and learn more about trends.
Thank you for listening and
And
see you next Wednesday. Goodbye.